Okay, Coach T back from TackleTrading.com, and we're going to do a quick video on watch lists. This is our trading basics series, and definitely targeting those of you who are out there who are new to this stuff and trying to get a feel for what you should be working on first. One of the best ways to find candidates is to use a list of companies that you have already looked at, and we call that a watch list. Okay, and then like the name sounds like, you go back and you watch them over and over and over again. A few different areas that I recommend, bullish, bearish, neutral if you trade options, ETF, strategy specific, and misspelled that, product specific as well, like Forex or commodities and things like that. Now, building your watch list can come from a lot of locations. We did a bunch of videos on FinViz scanning tutorials. If you want to use FinViz, definitely do that. For the purpose of what we're doing here, I'm just going to show you the Thinkorswim tools so that you know how to at least create them. Over here on the left, if you're in a chart, okay, you want to lock in some color sequence to one of your gadgets over here that they call a watch list. I've locked mine in as green because, as Robert De Niro says in Meet the Fockers, geniuses pick green. Right? So anyway, so here we are. If you come down here, you can create a watch list. And I can name this like my bullish watch list or something like that. Then over time, if you find companies, you can enter them in here one at a time, things like Netflix, and you can pop it in there, and then it's going to start to populate. This is one way to do it. You can also go through other list of companies like public, like the S&P 100, and manually go through everything one at a time to see if you can find anything bullish, and then build out your watch list. Okay, I would recommend not any more companies than you're comfortable looking at, that you can keep track of, that kind of things. To go on your watch list, it doesn't have to be a trade today. It just has to be a company or a product or an ETF that you want to come back and watch over and over again. So for example, Facebook is not ready for an entry point because it's not at a technical catalyst, but it is bullish. So maybe it can go on my bullish watch list. Same thing, now you'll create one called my bearish watch list. Yeah. Same, and as you're going through these, we would make sure that we're looking at the major companies that might be bearish, not just in the S&P 500 or the 100 or even the NASDAQ, but anywhere. Anywhere that you know how to scan or find companies, and then you would build the list out right here. Okay, so on and so forth. Now, neutral as well. Now, product specific, you can create a watch list. Like I have some of my personal lists. Like for example, if you trade, Forex, you might want a watch list called U.S. dollar cross pairs, and put in all of the cross pairs that you have, like the dollar yen or pound dollar, dollar Canadian, euro dollar. Anything that you're going to trade that is a US dollar cross pair. If you get pretty good at organizing your list, you can have a lot of them, and then you kind of have to go back and watch them. Commodities report ETF. Like if you watch the commodities report, you'll notice I have a list of companies that I come back to over and over and over and over again. Watch lists make your life easier. They make your life a lot simpler in that regard. Now, strategy-specific watch lists would involve companies that might trade the same way over and over again, that you might come back and do the same credit spreads on, or a covered call. I'll give you an example of a couple of them. I have, I have a bunch of different watch lists in here. Penny option candidates. These are options that trade pennies, on pennies, which means the bid and the ask is very liquid. Large cap weeklies. These are big capitalization stocks that actually are really good for credit spreads. There's a million different ways to build watch lists, but what I would recommend is to start with just a simple bullish list, 10, 12, 15 companies, bearish, liquid, an ETF watch list as well. What are the major areas of the market that you want to keep track of? First step is to learn how to create them, and then you've got to start populating them. Okay, this has been a quick video on watch list. It's our trading basics series from TackleTrading.com. Get in the game.
Get off the sidelines and take control of your financial future at www.tackletrading.com. Get in the game.